The captain of a pirate crew is usually its strongest member, but the first mate is often nearly or equally strong. They have to be, otherwise, they can't effectively support their captain or their crew. The strongest captain/first mate duos in One Piece consist of two people who are nearly on par in strength, working together to achieve mutual goals. Number 1. Don Quixote Doflamingo might be Treble's superior, but Treble is the reason for much of his villainous behavior. He fights using the revolting sticky fruit, which allows him to create and control vast amounts of super sticky, super strong flammable mucus. Seriously, this stuff is powerful enough to hold an entire ship in place. Doflamingo's abilities aren't nearly so gross. He ate the string fruit, which lets him do everything from slice up his targets with razor-sharp strings to stitching up his own internal organs. He can boost the power of his devil fruit with advanced strength and agility, as well as his ability to use all three forms of haki. No wonder he's such a terrifying villain. Number 2. Fishmen, in general, are a force to be reckoned with. Some estimates state that they're 10 times as strong as a normal human. The Sun Pirate's captain and his first mate are no exception. Both Jinbe and Aladdin practice fishman karate. Aladdin also has some skills in fishman jujitsu. Also, both fight with tritons. They also have separate abilities that can complement one another. For example, Jinbe can use two forms of haki, while Aladdin is a talented doctor who has saved plenty of lives. Number 3. Jesus Burgess is the captain of the first ship of the Blackbeard Pirates. He might not have a devil fruit, but that doesn't make him any less strong. He relies on his immense strength and endurance to carry him through battle. Considering the fact that his strength let him rip a whole building from its foundation and send it flying towards Ace, he doesn't need much else, but he can also enhance his strength with two forms of haki. His boss Blackbeard is even scarier. He's the only person in the whole series to simultaneously possess two devil fruits, the dark fruit, which lets him control darkness, and the quake fruit, which lets him create earthquakes. As if that wasn't enough, he can also use two forms of haki, and has strength and endurance that surpasses even his outlandishly strong first mate. Number 4. Both members of the worst generation, Eustace Kid and Killer, are childhood friends who are intensely loyal to one another. Kid is the hot-headed captain of the Kid Pirates, whose most notable ability is his Jiki fruit, a paramecia-type fruit that lets him manipulate magnetism. But even when his powers are being suppressed by sea stone handcuffs, he can still destroy his opponents. Killer ate a smile fruit, which offered no powers at all. That's okay, he's an absolute demon with his hand scythes, which he calls punishers. Number 5. Big Mom and Charlotte Katakuri aren't just captain and first mate, they're also mother and son.
Momo!
Big Mom, also known as Charlotte Linlin, is an enormously powerful pirate who controls the Big Mom Pirates, and is one of the nearly untouchable for emperors. Her soul fruit allows her to manipulate human souls, and even remove them from the person's body. By doing this, she can reduce their lifespan or instantly destroy them. She can also use these soul fragments to bring objects to life, and have them fight on her behalf.
Zeus? Hey, Mama!
Her son's abilities aren't quite as existentially terrifying, but they're still no joke when it comes to their battle potential. He uses the Machi fruit to create, control, and transform into Machi, which sounds silly but is actually just as formidable as Luffy's Gum fruit. It's especially terrifying when he hardens his machi with Buso's Hoku Haki. Number 6. Kaido is one of the 4 emperors, and he's so unbelievably durable that he tries to off himself in his free time just to see if he can. But he's got more than just defense going on. He's strong enough to break through Luffy's Gear 4th without breaking a sweat, and he once felled 9 pirate ships with a single blow. You do not want to be on this guy's bad side. His devil fruit, the Yuo no Mi model, Seryu, makes him even scarier. In his dragon form, he's the size of a small town and is capable of lifting a whole island. His right-hand man, King, is an all-star of the Beast's pirates. Not only can he transform into a Pteranodon using the dragon fruit, Pteranodon model, he can also create and control fire using a bloodline ability. Number 7. Luffy's Gum fruit might not sound like anything special, but if you've watched it in action, you know that it's wildly strong. It makes him immune to basically any physical attack, and allows him to use his body in all sorts of versatile ways, like turning his arms into slingshots. But even without his devil fruit, Luffy is ludicrously strong. He can carry weights most people would buckle under, endure pain that would destroy others, and come out smiling. Once he adds Haki to the mix, it's shocking that anyone poses a challenge to him. His first mate, Zoro, specializes in fighting with multiple swords at once. He usually uses 3, but he's been known to wield up to 9. One of his swords is cursed because he likes a challenge. Once he adds Haki to his swordplay, it's the rare opponent who can stand up to him. Number 8. Shanks is a member of the 4 Yonko, which means that he's one of the most formidable pirates in the One Piece world. Many of his abilities are still unknown, but what we do know is impressive. He survived having his arm bitten off and being attacked by Akainu's magma fist. He can use all 3 forms of Haki, and wields his sword Griffin with expertise. No wonder Luffy looks up to him. His first mate Ben Beckman is no slouch either. He has the highest IQ of anyone in the series, so we can guess that many of the crew's more effective strategies can be traced back to him. He carries a flint rock rifle, which he once used as a club to beat Higama's crew of mountain bandits. Number 9. Edward Newgate was the legendary leader of the Whitebeard pirates. Said to be one of the only pirates capable of matching Gold D. Roger, he fought using a combination of raw combat skills and his devil fruit, the Tremor fruit, which allowed him to create and control earthquakes. He also has astonishing endurance, since he was able to take an enormous number of near-fatal hits before finally being defeated. Marco has actually served as both the first mate and the captain of the Whitebeard pirates. He fights using Buso's Hoku and Kanbunshoku Haki, as well as with his devil fruit, Tori no Mi model, Phoenix. This rare Zoan-type fruit allows him to transform into a phoenix, essentially eliminating all damage done to him through his blue healing flames. Though most of his moves are healing-based, he can still fight using physical attacks like Huin. Number 10. There are very few people in the One Piece world who can stand up to the legendary Pirate King. Though he was executed by the government, he'd likely have never been caught if he weren't already suffering from a terminal illness. While the full extent of his abilities has not been shown, we do know that he conquered the Grand Line, something that takes extraordinary power. We also know that he used swordsmanship, haki, super strength, and the ability to hear the voice of all things in his pirating quest. His first mate Silver's Raleigh might not be quite as legendary, but he's also supremely strong. In addition to amazing speed, strength, and stamina that lets him take down Sea Kings and wreck cannonballs midair, he's also a haki master. In fact, he's the one who trained Luffy in the art. Do you agree with our lists or did we miss something? Write it down in the comment section. Also, don't forget to subscribe.